Hello students, in today's video we will see regarding the lecture number 3 of Basic Mechanical Engineering Unit 1 Introduction. Now, what are the topics to be covered in today's video, that is types of pressure. In previous lecture we have seen what is pressure. Here we will see what are the types of pressure and what is energy and what are its types. So before we move to this today's session, let us have a short review to our previous video or previous lecture. So a quick review to our previous lecture so that we can recall what we have studied or learned in the first lecture. We have seen what are the different types of prime mover. What is prime mover? It is a device which converts energy from natural source into mechanical energy or useful work or a power output. So these are the different types of prime movers: turbine, IC engine, locomotive. So these are the different types of prime movers. Source of energy used by prime movers, that is thermal and non-thermal. In thermal we see fuel, nuclear, geothermal, bioenergy, direct source of solar energy. In non-thermal energy, hydel energy, tidal energy and wind energy. What is force? It is a push or pull action on a body which change or tends to change or state of rest or uniform motion of the body. So we have seen here force is equal to mass into acceleration and its unit is Newton. 1 Newton is defined as when unit mass is given, unit acceleration, then the force produced is 1 Newton. It means the product of 1 unit mass and 1 unit acceleration, the Newton is equal to 1. Then we have seen what is the pressure. It is the force exerted by the fluid on the unit area. So it is given by force per unit area. What is work? The capacity work is said to be done when force moves the object through a distance in the direction of force. So that is, it is also termed as F into D, or it is also termed as W into C. So here you can see the animated view of that. So when force is applied, work is done. It will be the distance traveled by this load is equal to total work done. What is power? It is defined as the rate of doing work or work done per unit time. So if mathematically we will see, it is a force into distance per time. Power is equal to work done per unit time. So here you can see a person is dragging the block. So time required and the distance traveled and force applied. If you multiply with and divide respect to time, you will get the power or work done. And unit of power is joule per second. What are the different types of pressure? Atmospheric pressure. Now here we start with our today's session, that is types of pressure: atmospheric pressure, gauge pressure, absolute pressure, vacuum pressure. Now what is atmospheric pressure? What is gauge pressure, absolute pressure and vacuum pressure? Friends, आपने पहले भी ये सब स्टडी किया होगा. You would have studied this. This is not new to you. That what is atmospheric pressure, what is gauge pressure, what is absolute pressure, what is vacuum pressure. So let us see one by one. First of all, what is atmospheric pressure? So we can say it is the pressure exerted by the atmosphere. What we feel right now when we are in atmosphere, open atmosphere, that is the pressure developed by the atmosphere. The atmospheric pressure varies from place to place. Our entire earth is, you can see that we have two pole and equator. So if we move from equator to pole, equator means the center circumference of our earth, and pole means top and bottom point of our globe, earth globe. So when we are at the equator, when we move from equator, जब हम equator से pole की तरफ, either on top or on bottom, when we move, we have the difference in the atmospheric pressure. One standard atmosphere is equal to 1.01325 bar, that is equal to 101,325 Pascal. So this is the value of atmospheric pressure. Barometer is used to measure the atmospheric pressure. So you have seen the YouTube type barometer filled with either water or filled with mercury in order to measure the pressure of atmosphere. Now the next one is gauge pressure. Now what is this gauge pressure? Friends, the pressure relative to the atmosphere is called the gauge pressure. This pressure is measured by the pressure gauge. Now I would like to discuss this point in detail with you. Suppose when you go in market to purchase a pressure gauge, अगर आप मार्केट में जाते हैं और एक प्रेशर गेज परचेस करते हैं, तो what will be the reading on that? It will be 0. It means एटमॉस्फेयर में प्रेशर तो है, फिर भी वो गेज 0 आइडेंटिफाई करता है. So it means when we attach that gauge to the instrument, and if the pressure increase from the atmosphere, then it will show by the gauge. It means the pressure gauge भी हम जो यूज कर रहे हैं, मार्केट में हम कोई भी प्रेशर गेज लेने जाएं तो उसका रीडिंग होगा अभी 0. इट मीन्स अगर वो ओपन टू एटमॉस्फेयर है फिर भी उसका रीडिंग है 0. इट मीन्स द एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर इज नॉट डिटेक्टेड बाय द गेज प्रेशर. लेकिन जितना भी प्रेशर आप अगर उसमें फूंक मारेंगे, व्हेन यू ट्राई टू इंक्रीज द प्रेशर ऑफ दैट, द गेज विल, द पॉइंटर इन द गेज, जो इट विल डिफ्लेक्ट, इट विल स्टार्ट शोइंग सम प्रेशर. इट मीन्स व्हेन द प्रेशर इंक्रीज अबाउ द एटमॉस्फेयर, एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर से ऊपर या एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर से हाई प्रेशर कोई भी जनरेट होता है, इट इज डिटेक्टेड बाय द गेज प्रेशर. सो दैट प्रेशर इज कॉल्ड एज गेज. लेटर ऑन वील अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग बाय a diagram. Now, what is the absolute pressure? It is the pressure measured with reference to absolute zero pressure. It is the pressure related to perfect vacuum. That is, mathematically we can say the absolute pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure plus gauge pressure. Friends, we will discuss in detail with the diagram. So let us understand just the definition. What is vacuum? The pressure below atmospheric pressure is called the vacuum. Atmosphere से नीचे जो प्रेशर जाता है, it is termed as vacuum. For example, अभी हम हमारा मुंह खोल के हम कोई भी एयर इनहेल करते हैं, और when we inhale the air through our nose, it means we are creating the vacuum and allowing the air to enter our lungs. So this is, and when we are exhaling, हम बाहर निकालते हैं our breath को, it means we are increasing the pressure of our lungs above the atmosphere and we are releasing the air. अगर हमारे lungs एटमॉस्फेयर प्रेशर दैट इज 1.0135 बार 2, उसके रिलेटेड अगर प्रेशर वो जनरेट करेंगे तो एयर बिकॉज ऑफ द इक्विवेलेंट इन द प्रेशर, हम एयर को हमारे नोज से बाहर नहीं निकाल पाएंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सिमिलर द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ बलून. हम बलून को फुलाने के लिए जो एयर ब्लो करते हैं उसके अंदर, दैट इज द एयर above atmospheric pressure, and when automatically that air is released to the atmosphere, the reason is balloon के अंदर जो भी pressure है that is high as compared to atmospheric pressure. जैसे सारी हवा निकल जाती है बलून के अंदर का जो प्रेशर है, when it becomes equivalent to atmospheric pressure, एयर का बलून में से फ्लो होना स्टॉप हो जाता है. सो व्हेन वी inhaled the air to our lungs, it means we are creating the vacuum in our lungs so that air can enter below atmospheric to our lungs. Now we'll understand this thing with a diagrammatic view of the types of pressure. Now see, let us see one by one. This is the atmospheric pressure line. Here there is if you see 0 bar G means the gauge pressure. We have seen atmospheric pressure is 1.01325 bar. This is the atmospheric pressure. So the red line, जो लाल line है, that shows that at this point the atmospheric pressure जो है it is 1.01325 bar और gauge pressure is 0 pressure. So 0 bar gauge pressure. G means stands for gauge, A stands for atmospheric. Now जैसे जैसे हम प्रेशर को रेड लाइन से ऊपर की तरफ बढ़ाएंगे, it means whatever the pressure is generated, that is termed as gauge pressure, that we can measure with the help of gauge. So whatever the for example right now it is 1.01325 bar and we are increasing the pressure, and by we are increasing the pressure by 1 bar above एटमॉस्फेरिक लेवल से 1 बार प्रेशर हम ज्यादा बढ़ा रहे हैं, तो गेज प्रेशर में क्या दिखेगा? 2.01325 बार. इट मीन्स गेज प्रेशर विल शो ओनली 1 bar, but what will be the total pressure? That is absolute. Let us come to the absolute pressure. It is the sum of gauge pressure plus vacuum pressure. Now this red line is showing 1.01325 bar, but if we go to the bottom, it is absolute zero pressure. This is absolute zero pressure line, यानी ये 0 बार प्रेशर है यहाँ पे एटमॉस्फेयर का. 0 बार से 1.01325 बार के बीच में whatever it is, this pressure is termed as vacuum pressure. So total 4 types of pressures are there. Let us see from the let us take the reference of atmospheric pressure. So this is the atmospheric pressure. अगर atmospheric pressure से हम नीचे जाते हैं तो that is the vacuum pressure. नीचे जाते जाते अगर वो बार वैल्यू reaches to 0, अगर वो 0 पहुंचता है, then it is absolute zero pressure. Again, from this red line, if we are moving at the top, this is the gauge pressure. This can be as per the capacity of the working system. ये गेज प्रेशर जो है, आप कोई भी वर्कआउट लेना चाहते हैं, कोई भी सिस्टम विथ हाई प्रेशर या लो प्रेशर, दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन अस. सो अगेन, व्हाट इज द वैक्यूम प्रेशर रेंज? इट इज 0 बार to 1.01325 bar. So I hope it is clear to you. The atmospheric pressure, the pressure of the atmosphere is termed as atmospheric pressure, and its value is 1.03125 bar, and at that time it is also termed as 0 bar pressure, 0 bar gauge pressure. So I hope all the points are clear to you. Now let us see what is energy. Energy is the capacity to do work. Let us take example of two person, one is very healthy, fit, and one is very weak. So the healthy person is having more capacity to do work and a weak person is having less capacity to do work. I also given this example in previous slide also, in previous lecture also. It means energy is the capacity to do work of a particular person or a particular thing. Again, energy can neither be created or not destroyed. We cannot create or we cannot destroy the energy of the whole universe. हम यूनिवर्स की एनर्जी को ना तो क्रिएट कर सकते हैं ना ही डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकते हैं. देन वी कैन ओनली कन्वर्ट वन फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी टू द अदर फॉर्म. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, काइनेटिक एनर्जी इज कन्वर्टेड टू पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, और chemical energy is converted to heat energy, or heat energy is converted to mechanical energy, or mechanical energy is converted to electrical energy, or electrical energy is converted to mechanical energy. So we cannot destroy or create the energy of the universe. We only can transfer or one form of energy to other form. This law is also termed as law of conservation of energy. So if I say what is the law of conservation of energy, it is the energy can neither be created or not destroyed. It can be only transformed from one form to other form. What is the unit of energy? That is joule. In our daily life, unit of energy is kilowatt hour, that is kWh, or joule, and energy per unit time, that is joule per second. Again, it is a work, or you can say a power with respect to time. Now, what are the different forms of energy? Friends, you might be aware of the different forms of energy. Let us recall it. The first is mechanical energy. Second is thermal or heat energy. Third is chemical energy. Fourth is electrical energy. And fifth is nuclear energy. So these are the different forms of energy. Energy can be in terms of mechanical energy, energy can be in terms of heat energy, energy can be in terms of chemical energy, energy can be in terms of electrical energy, energy can be in terms of nuclear energy. Now let us see one by one what all this energy tries to say. For example, what is a mechanical energy? Now here you can see mechanical energy is a sum of kinetic and potential energy in an object that is used to do work. Or we can say an object due to its motion or position, or both. For example, when a physical work is done, when a force is applied, यहाँ पे in diagram you can see a person is lifting a hammer and trying to impact this nail. As soon as this nail enters, here we can say the work is done, and that is the energy, mechanical energy is liberated. So when some physical work or physical energy is transferred, there is some motion or displacement or change in position or change in shape of the object. So this is termed as mechanical energy. In other words, very simple word, you can say when mechanical energy is energy where it is a sum of kinetic and potential energy. So this is the mechanical energy. Second is thermal energy. What is a thermal energy? You can see here, it is also termed as heat energy. Thermal energy is produced when a rise in temperature causes atoms and molecules to move faster and collide with each other. So you can see here this is an area, particular room or area is taken, or some energy, heat energy is supplied. Because of that, there is a motion in the molecules or atoms and they start moving. The red one, you say they are having more energy, and when they are liberating, they start transferring energy from one atom to other atom. So supply of heat energy increase the atomic motion or collision between the motion. The energy that comes from the temperature of the heated substance is called the thermal energy. Very simple example, when our mother is cooking in the kitchen, if we see, suppose in a pressure cooker, when she places some rice, after some duration of time, the rice gets cooked. It means a thermal energy is applied to that and it changes the form of atom. One more example, suppose take some metal, place it in the heat or fire. After some duration of time, the metal will start melting. So it means there is some energy liberated by the atoms and they starts vibrating or oscillating, or you can say the collision starts, and slowly the bonds get weaker and they start melting. So the metal bond breaks, and because of that a solid metal converts to the semi-liquid, and after semi-liquid it converts to liquid and starts melting. So this is the thermal energy. Now chemical energy. Chemical energy is an energy stored in the bond of chemical compound like atoms and molecules. This energy is released when the chemical reaction takes place. Usually one chemical energy has been released from a substance. That substance is transformed into completely a new substance. So here in diagram you can see, because of some chemical reaction, a chemical energy, the atoms is being detached. यहाँ से ये अलग होके दूसरे कंपाउंड के साथ जाके जुड़ रहा है. It means this structure is changing to this structure. So one form of structure is transformed into completely a new structure or new substance. So this is the chemical energy which is stored in the bond of the chemical compound or bond of the atoms. Electrical energy is defined an electric charge that leads work be accomplished. An example of electrical energy is power from a plug or outlet or the flow of electron. As you can see, this is the flow of electrons through our overhead transmission line. So this is the electrical energy which is transferring through a cable from one source to other source. Or you also can say electrical energy is energy derived from electrical potential energy or kinetic energy. When used loosely, electrical energy refers to energy that has been converted from electric potential energy. So our turbine, steam turbine or tidal turbine, the potential energy, if water flowing from a height, it's going. and the electrical energy is generated. So this is how the flow of electron takes place and the electrical energy is generated. Now let us see the nuclear energy. What is nuclear energy? We know that nuclear energy is generated because of the fission or fusion of an atom, either by bonding or by disassociating. It means either by associating or by disassociating. So some energy is bombarded and the atoms, when they go for the fusion or fission, they generate some energy, and that energy is utilized for the generation of electrical energy. So there are nuclear power plant also in our India, where the nuclear electricity is generated with the help of nuclear power plant. It is also termed as an atomic energy. The energy which is released by the atom during the fission or fusion action is termed as nuclear energy. Now there are let us see what is the quality of energy. Right now we have seen what are the types of energy: mechanical, electrical, chemical, nuclear. Now let us see what is the quality of energy. There are two types of quality: high grade and low grade. Now what is high grade of quality? High grade means energy that can be completely converted, neglecting loss, into the work. It means when we are able to convert one form of energy to the other form completely, then that type of energy is termed as high grade energy. For example, a mechanical energy is converted into kinetic energy. When we are completely success in converting mechanical energy into 100% kinetic energy, then that is termed as high grade of energy. It means high grade of energy are those energies which has more conversion, means which can, without loss, they can convert from one form to other form. So for example, mechanical work, electrical energy, water power, wind and tidal power, kinetic energy of jet, all these are the examples of high grade energy. Now what is low grade energy? Low grade energy is only a certain portion of energy that can be converted into mechanical work, that is shaft power. That energy is called the low grade energy. For example, let us see the thermal or heat energy. Heat energy cannot be 100% converted to mechanical work. There are some losses due to radiation, conduction, convection. So because of that, the heat energy is considered as a low grade energy, or which is not having a capacity to convert into 100%. Thermal or heat energy, heat derived from the combustion of the fuel or heat of a nuclear fission. So these are the examples of low grade energy. So I hope the low grade and high grade is clear to you, friends. So thank you very much for watching this video. I also request you all to subscribe our channel ssit.gandhinagar. Thank you very much.